Twitter has been erupting. MAGA on Twitter is in a crazy heated debate right now over H-1B visas. As you guys can see on my screen, it's been pretty much the only thing people are talking about on Twitter, or, X, for the past 24 hours, if not 48 hours. And let me just read you guys what's going on if you guys don't know. So Elon Musk has publicly defended the H-1B visa program amid rising tensions within the MAGA community, arguing for its importance in bringing innovative talent to the U.S. Critics of the program, including some MAGA supporters, claim it depresses wages and displaces American workers. The discussion, okay, whatever. Everyone is just disagreeing, okay? It's getting wild. I'm going to be on the side against it, and I'll tell you why. So the whole idea of H-1B is, we're bringing in very skilled, the brightest, the best, the most intelligent people from foreign countries in, because that's the American dream. We want to get the best in here, and they'll thrive, and they'll make America even better. But that's actually not what's happening. Really, what's going on is big companies, the big tech bros, want cheap foreign labor. It's as simple as that. And it's kind of wrapped in a bow of moral superiority, like the American dream for immigrants. But realistically, so many American workers have lost their job due to things like the H-1B visa program, right? So here's a stat I did find. Basically, the top 30 H-1B employers hired 34,000 new H-1B workers in 2022 and fired at least 85,000 American workers. Does that sound like America first to you guys? Because it sure as hell doesn't to me. And I wanted to show you guys this. So here's this. This is actually pretty sad. This is a former Disney employee breaking down in tears as he describes a group of IT workers being told that they're losing their jobs because their jobs were given to foreign workers through the H-1B visa program. Watch this. It's actually heartbreaking.
I walked into a small conference room with about 24 highly respected fellow IT workers. The Disney executive made a harsh announcement to us all. All of you in this room will be losing your jobs in the next 90 days. Your jobs have been given over to a foreign workforce. In the meantime, you will be training your replacements until your jobs are 100% transferred over to them, and if you do not cooperate, you will not receive any severance pay. I was completely silent during this meeting, thinking how this was going to affect my coworkers. How was I going to break news to my family and pay all of our expenses? I would soon be living on unemployment. Later that same day, I clearly remember going to the local church pumpkin sale and having to tell the kids I couldn't buy any that year because my job was being turned over to a foreign worker. I started to think what kind of an American I was becoming. Was I going to become part of ruining our country by taking severance pay in exchange for training my foreign replacement? How many other American families would be affected by the same foreign worker that I trained? The first part of my 90-day period was focused on capturing all that we did with our jobs. We all felt extremely humiliated when the foreign worker sat next to us and watched everything that we did. The final period of the 90 days was the most disgraceful and demoralizing, as we had to watch the foreign workers completely take over our jobs. And we came to grips that the upcoming Disney jobs promise didn't exist. Then finally, on January 31st of 2015, we were ordered to turn in our company badges, laptops, and then ushered out the door. How can it be that everybody that hears these stories about Disney and the like, from the barbers to the bankers, are completely shocked? Yet our lawmakers continue to debate the topic and take no action. The reason that more affected IT workers don't come out into the public is twofold. And that is why most lawmakers mostly hear from the tech giants and are very rarely heard from the displaced American workers who will disclose themselves publicly.
I mean, seriously, how depressing is that? Seriously. Imagine that's like your dad, your mom, these people are American workers and they lose their jobs to foreign labor. Why? Not because they're bringing their best and their brightest. It's all about cheap labor, guys, okay? It has nothing to do with bringing the best and the brightest, because these foreign workers, they will work longer hours for way less, and they won't take off holidays because, as my friend Lisa said on Twitter, it's a cheap labor scheme with a nearly certain path to citizenship. So that's like the quid pro quo. It's like they want to get into America. This is how they do it. And like I said on Twitter here, the big tech bros, they don't support H-1B because it's bringing in the best and the brightest. It's about cheap labor and always will be about cheap labor. How many times can I tell you this? And look at this here. So this was posted by someone underneath my tweet. And a report by the Economic Policy Institute revealed that the majority of H-1B employers pay migrant workers less than market wages. A significant number of these workers earn between 17 and 34% less than the local median salaries of U.S. employees in similar positions. So basically, like I said right up here, yep, proves my point. Case proven. I also do want to point something out is it's actually incorrect to refer to H-1B workers as immigrants, and this is according to the U.S. Department of Labor's own website, okay? And this is in their own words, I quote, "The H-1B program applies to employers seeking to hire non-immigrant aliens as workers." So according to the DOL, the intent of the H-1 provisions is to help employers who cannot otherwise obtain needed business skills and abilities from the U.S. workforce by authorizing the temporary employment of qualified individuals who are not otherwise authorized to work in the United States. So they're importing cheap labor and they're screwing over the American worker in the meantime. How great. How not America first. Seriously. And then Donald Trump just came out in support of this, which actually sucks. Let me pull that up. Yeah, so Trump, and this is according to the New York Post, Trump supports immigration visas backed by Musk. And he said, "I have many H-1B visas on my property," which makes sense, of course. If you're a business owner and you can import cheap labor, like that's what they're going to do. They're cutting costs and screwing over the American people. So Trump is beginning to get a lot of criticism on this. And this is what sucks about, like, Elon Musk definitely helped Trump win. And I'm very happy that he bought Twitter so I could be back on Twitter because I was banned before. So thankful for that. However, this is the issue when we have big corporate interests and CEOs just screwing over the American people. And also just don't call it America first. It's not. I just hate the whole moral high ground. Like, these people think they're so great. We're going to bring in the best and the brightest and the best, and they're going to make America so much greater because they're the best. No, you're bringing in cheap labor. That's what it is. That's what it is. Stop acting like it's all about helping America by bringing in these really skilled, super skilled, high-end workers that have so much higher IQs, because in their argument is like that the American people are lazy. And even like MTG herself basically said, here, let me pull this up because this is crazy. She claimed that companies use H-1B visas because young Americans are too busy taking selfies, drugs, and trying to become internet influencers instead of acquiring skills. Listen, yes, there is a laziness in American culture, but how about we solve the root problem and stop like having people waste so much money to get brainwashed at colleges, or actually only have people go to college if their field of expertise really requires it. Like, I don't know, a doctor. Americans are lazy. The answer is not, oh, let's just import foreign workers. Seriously, all these people are getting laid off. You could definitely find skilled people within the United States. Stop acting. So it's like, not only are they insulting our intelligence by claiming it's about bringing the best and the brightest, but they're also just saying how lazy and awful and low IQ American workers are. Excuse me? I just want to point this out too. I don't like when I call a company and it's like someone that doesn't speak English or barely speaks English, that I can't understand them. It's annoying. One of the main selling points for the internet company my husband and I chose, it's like Wavered Fiber or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. However, they only hire locally in the community. So whenever you pick up the phone and call customer service, guess what? There is someone that speaks perfect English just like you. I love that. It is amazing. That's why we got rid of Cox. Screw you, Cox. You guys should suck a bunch of Cox, okay? Because when I called them and I had issues with them, oh my gosh, I could barely understand the guy on the phone. And I used to work at Staples, and this is a little fun fact. Whenever there was someone that called customer service and they had an accent, I would give it to my manager because I'd be like, I can't understand them and it's going to annoy me and it's going to come across rude. And he put up with it because I was the best customer service person ever. Seriously, got all the best surveys. However, I don't like people. I just am not a big accent person in general. Okay, if you know me, you know I talk a lot of shit about accents. But yeah, I don't want all these people who barely speak English answering the phones for companies that we're using here. It is annoying. And I'm sure, let me know your stories in the comments below. I'm sure you've dealt with it. And let me know if you know anyone or were affected by being replaced by these H-1B visas. I'm very curious about that. So what is interesting, my husband actually showed me this. So basically an accountant for X from the H-1B salary had a base salary of $145,000. You can see that right there, okay? And I was like, that's pretty high. And so I did some digging, some research, and basically, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average salary for accountants in the United States is $79,880 as of May 2023. And actually, the top 10% of those accountants earn more than $137,000, which is still less than the H-1B accountant salary for X, thanks to Elon Musk. So why? That seems a little contradictory, don't you think? I thought we were importing cheap labor. But this is the sad truth, and this even scarier truth is something called the Great Replacement Theory. And if you've been paying attention, you'll realize that they're basically trying to replace white people. Yeah, I said it. I wonder if I can say that on YouTube. We'll see. This has always been a part of the globalist agenda, by the way. And the Great Replacement Theory is no longer a theory because we're living it. It is becoming a reality. I mean, I just saw this tweet earlier. Let me show you guys this. Baby boys sorry, I'm just getting this up. 10% of baby boys, among the top 10 names for baby boys in New York City for the first time ever is Muhammad. What is going on? I mean, am I going to be namist now? I think I'm becoming namist. You're welcome, woke left. I just created a whole new bigotry term. Amazing. And here's this. This is pretty wild, too. This is from Lauren Witzke on X. She said, these Indians hate us, and they especially hate Trump. They should all be deported. This guy, Sid Harth, is been getting into so many wars. Guess what? He's an Indian immigrant, whatever. He said, no, they should not. All these white women and young men who voted for Trump should suffer. They don't deserve shit. Okay. So these people not only are trying to import cheap labor, but they also just hate white culture. And yes, it exists. They hate, really America. I'm going to say it, they hate America, or they love their corporations more than America. And then someone like Sid Harth really does hate America and white people. Elon Musk is kind of censoring people. No, he's definitely censoring people who are coming out against the H-1B visa program. So much for free speech, right? I mean, I guess it's better than when Jack Dorsey owned Twitter, but I mean, he still is doing censorship. The idea that he's not is a freaking lie. So let me show you guys this. So Laura Loomer had full censorship of her account simply because she called out the H-1B visa program. She had her entire account suspended, which is insane. Yeah, this is anti-American behavior by big tech oligarchs. What happened to free speech? So true. I mean, it's actually crazy. And here's a screenshot. She was suspended. What is going on here? And then we also have any accounts that were associated with conservative OG and Project Roip, brand accounts that were stripped of their features. Today, about a dozen medium-sized accounts associated with Project Roip were suspended. All of them have been outspoken about H-1B. Everyone needs to be speaking up again about this. I agree. And if you go to my profile, which by the way, you should follow me, but I pay for this blue check mark, but all of a sudden now it's under review. It only goes under review if you change your profile picture or you change something major on your profile. I didn't change shit, okay? I'm under review because I've been very critical of the H-1B visa programs. Why? You can't take a little heat about this, Elon Musk? Seriously, it is obnoxious. It's actually shocking. Then here you see Elon Musk is actually going after MAGA, now referring to them as contemptible fools. The list goes on. Deplorables, listless vessels, garbage, and now contemptible fools. Look at this. He responds and says to Scott Adams, and those oh my gosh, why is this such a difficult word to say? And those contemptible fools must be removed from the Republican Party root and stem. Thank you. And then he also goes on to say, the contemptible fools I'm referring to are those in the Republican Party who are hateful, unrepentant racists. They will absolutely be the downfall of the Republican Party if they are not removed. Let me be very clear, Elon Musk. You can be against the H-1B visa programs and not just be because you're racist. It's okay that you want American workers to be prioritized over foreign labor, over cheap foreign labor. It's okay that we want America to not be overtaken where the top 10 baby names in New York City is now Muhammad. What does that tell you? America first. We need to be focusing on the people in our land right now. Sorry, we don't need to be importing everyone else just to bring the brightest and the best when that's not what's happening. It's cheap foreign labor. Stop gaslighting us. I'm so sick of these people gaslighting. It's obnoxious. By the way, comment America first. If you're still watching the video, thank you guys so much. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to keep updating you guys on this topic because I feel very passionate about this. I'm heated about it. Literally, I'm sweating. I'm so mad about it. I'm just kidding. Ew. Yeah, subscribe, like, comment, and thank you so much for watching. It sucks because Trump is supporting this. He's not going to be perfect, guys. That's just the truth. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you guys don't lose your jobs to Indians. Bye.